Hey guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. Don here. I'm going to talk about here tip number 2 of the 20 that I'm doing from the last AAPPM seminar. I was doing some kind of networking and talking to different people at the conference there, and one of my favorite people is Dr. Andrew Schneider. I don't know if you've ever seen his website. If you haven't, it's a good website to look at. I think it's Tanglewood Foot Care, or if you just look up Andrew Schneider. And he's doing some cool things with his website, with his YouTube. He's always a good marketer. He has some quizzes, things like that. So a lot of the ideas we do together, I think he does them a little bit better. I like the way he does things. And specifically, we were talking about creating content. So there was a younger doctor there, and Andrew was so nice to kind of explain his recording process. So let me kind of explain it to you, and this is one of my great takeaways. So first of all, with recording, the whole idea, and just I'll tell you my backstory here, all my videos, my initial ones, I did were on wound care, because I thought I wanted to do wound care. And as an aside, if you haven't heard the story, my first podcast was actually a podcast called Heal My Foot Wound Fast. Well, that didn't work so well, because how do you talk about wounds with a podcast? With just words. It didn't really work that well. It kind of flopped. But it was a good learning experience. But I did do as well at that time some videos, and the videos worked better. And all of the revenue that I have from my YouTube channel come from those old videos. And so it's all about longevity. So if you are going to get into either a podcast or videos, the key is being consistent with content. And the difference with that is where a lot of people make the mistake is they want to make one great piece of content versus being consistent with content. And making one great piece of content that's going to go viral, like in a video or in a podcast, is really challenging to do. Not many of us can do this, and we don't really know the algorithm to do that. But to make consistently good content is pretty easy if you have a system. I'm going to tell you Andrew's system that he shared with me, and then I'll tell you kind of what my system is. So for Andrew, what he does is he has a block time set out once a month where he records all of his videos, and he gets different ideas from so one of these, like, you can get ideas, like one's called vidIQ or TubeBuddy. You can look at other kind of competing or other YouTube channels and get the topics that people are interested in, certain questions, and then he gets those questions and he writes those out. He writes out the answer, what he wants to say, and once a month he pulls up his green screen and he has his computer and he uses an iPad for a teleprompter, and he reads through the answers. He reads through kind of the topics and the answers, everything that he's put together. So he the way he does it is he transcribes it, and with a green screen, and then he uses a virtual assistant to put in the pictures. So what he'll say is, like, for example, while he's reading through it, he's going to reference image 1 or image 2 or image 3 or whatever, and then at the end in the post-production, the assistant will put in those images. He also, after he records all of the, let's say there's 5 weeks in a month, he'll do 5 videos, and then he'll do 5 mini videos. So the same thing, based on the video topic, he's going to do little 1-minute videos, and those 1-minute videos are going to be used on social media. So you can use those on Instagram, you can use those on like, I don't know if he does TikTok, but all these little, like, 1-minute video things, and those are all going to push guide people over to the YouTube video that he does. I also know that he does something very well with books. So those same videos, those are shorter videos, but with the longer videos, he has a system that he can record the video, and it actually makes a book, like a PDF from it. He'll transcribe it automatically and make a book from that. I think that's from that site that's called Designer. Designerr. I think it's Designer with 2 R's. I think that's the one that he used. There's a number of different ones that will transcribe it for you these days. But that's Andrew's method of doing it. I like the idea of the block time. I think the block timing your time is good. And I admire his method of writing out the questions and writing out the answers. I think you're much more thorough and much more complete that way. I don't tend to do that. What I do is I have block time, I use today, which is Tuesday when I'm recording this. I'm going to use Tuesday during my lunch hour to do this. So I have a 30-minute segment where I record videos, and I do those based on slides. So during my work week, I think of different questions that patients have, or different things that I see online, and I make a question slide or a topic slide, and then I'll add some other images, either from patient x-rays or patient images that I get, which are clean, meaning I don't have any patient identifiers on them, and then I record them on Zoom. I just open up Zoom and I have a fake background that I use. I do not use a green screen because I guess I could get one behind me, but it's kind of a tight quarters in my office. And then there's a little bit less post-production. And then I give that video, it saves on Zoom, to the Zoom cloud, actually, if you want to know everything. It saves to the cloud, and then I send that link to my virtual assistant. She downloads them and then puts them up on YouTube, listens to them and adds any of the additional things that are needed, and then deletes them. Then we delete them from the cloud. So that's how I do it. That's my workflow. But really, the key is if you can produce one piece of content per week is the key. You don't really need more than that. Otherwise, people just can't follow. There's too much. But doing one quality piece of content that wants to give value to people, I think that's the key. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here on Podiatry Practice Mastery, give you guys things that are valuable, that'll help your practice. I did get some nice feedback from the conference people that like the podcast. So if you do, please subscribe or write a little review. That would help. Tell your friends. That would help just to grow a little bit more. If you want to use my patient presentations tool, that was something that their people showed some interest in. Go to podiatrypracticemastery.com. The tool's right there for free, and then you can start using those in your practice. Let me know how they work for you, though. Okay, thanks, guys.